Now you can continue.
Yeah, well, I now took a train ride. It was probably my first ride out of the state of Massachusetts since I was born.
Mhm.
You know, but I was now 19 years old, and I went down to Atlantic City in New Jersey, the end of January, right on the end of January, 31st of January, I think I actually shipped out. And it was a very snowy night, the night before, and there was lots of snow.
Keep talking. I gotta close these blinds.
I had to go from
That's better.
where I lived on Longwood Terrace, which is now part of the Deaconess Hospital there.
Yeah.
That I had to walk over. The buses weren't running because of the fan. I was supposed to be down there at 7 o'clock, and I left at 6. Fortunately, I got out there and found out the buses were not running because of the snow that morning. So I walked over to Huntington Avenue, straight down Longwood Avenue and over, which was probably took me about 20 minutes or so. And I did catch a streetcar, it took me down to Copley Square, and I went into the South Armory down there. A bunch of kids like I was, and I was 19 still, till March. And I had my 20th birthday. Well, in March, same as it's always been.
Yeah.
And but it was an interesting thing. I get into primary. I marched up and down the damn boardwalk down in Atlantic City in the cold weather, and they didn't have uniforms for us.
Oh, jeez.
Unfortunately, it was wet and snowy and cold. I got frostbitten toes one day because some young guy was just going to take us out to a field down there. I forget the name of it now. It was 8 miles north of Atlantic City, and we had to walk out there in the morning. The weather was somewhere down around 0.
Oh, God.
And they finally just broke it all up about 10 o'clock in the morning, and we got to double time all the way back, in our civilian clothes, too.
Yeah. They weren't ready for you.
No, they weren't. We got our uniforms about 2 weeks after we were in, and because they had given us what we should take with us and what we shouldn't. They said bring a change of underwear and a clean shirt and toilet articles, and that's all. And that's all we had. So probably had an odor of that hotel that we were living in. That was not a nice ritzy hotel out on the front of the beachfront there. It was a back street
Yeah.
hotel that we managed to survive all of us through that. So that was a very, very interesting time of my life because I was seeing all kinds of new things and meeting a whole bunch of new kinds of guys that I might not have met some other places. And the third week of February, I wound up in the hospital with pneumonia. And I was not the only one. And as a matter of fact, the word around the circuit was that was called, they referred to it as Pneumonia Bay. Because they had one
They had so many.
whole big frontline hotel down there. I think it was named the Chalfont. And that was a pneumonia hospital.
Jeez.
And that's all that was in there.
Probably caught it, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably had something to do with not having the right clothing.
Oh, yeah. But, and then we finally got our uniforms. And when I got out of the hospital, on the way out of the hospital, I remember I got my 3rd typhoid shot. Typhoid shots, the first series, I hurt pretty good after a day or two of them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking out of the hospital and they hollered at me and took me back in the other room and gave me that shot. I came back to the hotel and I find out they were all going to ship out the next day.
Is that right?
And I couldn't go.
Because you hadn't completed everything?
I didn't finish. They said, you didn't have the rifle range. I said, I have to have it? They said, yeah, you can't leave basic without being able to shoot a gun or qualified on something. So I talked them into agreeing to let me go with the group,
Mm-hmm.
provided I could manage to get out to the rifle range, which was 8 or 10 miles up the road. I was out of motor pool and I talked to a guy and driving me up there in a truck.
Hmm.
And I got up there, first thing they did was they put the rifle on the ground and said, now you're going to do the prone position. And they put the sling up my arm and tightened it up real good, right where I'd shot it. And already it's hurting.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm stretched out on my belly on the ground firing this .30 caliber rifle.
Oh my God.
Every shot, I felt my arm was going to drop off.
Oh God.
But I made it through that.
So you were lucky.
Then I had to, well, I didn't want to be delayed.
Right.
No.
Because you would have had to go through the whole thing again,
Yeah.
probably.
Right, it would. I didn't really want to do that. And anyway, that same night we left there about midnight, the whole crew. I talked them into driving me back down to the hotel also.
Fortunate.
A couple of guys that had trucks up there, motor pool guys. I got them, talked them into it. They brought me back to the hotel. I went in, I signed a lot of papers with everybody, and I turned in the papers from the hospital. And we headed off, we knew not where or what, in a train. The first time I knew anywhere where I was we went through a station at slow speed, and I was able to read the sign. It said Youngstown, Ohio.
Hmm.
I had never been out of the state of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
19 years old still. I was just out. We wound up in Meadville, Pennsylvania, which I had never heard of, but a lot of people knew it already. There's signs all over the place. It was the home of the Talon Zipper Company. That's where
Oh,
they
okay.
started making Talon zippers, which was the first zipper on the market, I guess. A successful business. But they also had a college, Allegheny College out there. And that's where they had sent us. And we stayed there until July, just taking regular college courses in sorted mathematics and things like that, mostly scientific type courses. And you had to pass everything to still continue on. And I managed that all right, probably by the skin of my teeth. I don't remember now, but
But you
I
were
got
motivated, and that makes a huge difference.
Hmm?
You were motivated, and that
Oh,
makes a
yeah,
hell of a difference.
yeah. And I got to know the doctor real well. There was a guy, his name was Harris. He was a captain, and he was a South African.
Hmm.
And my problem was that the pneumonia had left me with badly infected tonsils.
Oh, that's right.
And he wanted so badly to take those tonsils out. He was feeding me sulfa drugs. I went through 2 or 3 different stages of them all the time. And he called Maxwell Field, which was the Eastern Training Command, to try to get permission to put me in the local hospital. And they told him only emergencies. He was beginning to think this was an emergency because my throat was so bad. And it kept me going through the thing. I didn't feel good most of the time.
Hmm.
And the reason I'm telling you that because I want to tell you about when I did get to Nashville, because that's what they kept telling him.